Hey everybody, this is Diana with LA Nightball. So this is part one of a 5-part series on the basics of tennis for the complete beginner. So in today's video, we're going to talk about forehands. So we'll cycle through forehands, backhands, volleys, serves, and then a little bit of some rallying tips at the end. But this is part one. So this is forehands. Now this is not meant for somebody who's played tennis before or taken lessons. This is meant for when a friend or a date or somebody asks you, hey, do you want to come play? Or you just want to try it out and you have no idea what to do, what it's about, what happens. So you're frantically searching on YouTube trying to find a video on the basics of tennis so you can kind of get an idea before you get out there. And this is that video. So I'm not going to go into too much technique about anything. I'll just keep it very simple, very straight to the point, very easy. I will upload some more advanced tips for advanced players later on, but this is not that video. This is, like I said, complete beginner, never played tennis before, just the easiest way of explaining the very basics. Okay, so first things first, let's demonstrate what a forehand looks like. Let's take a look at a forehand. All right. So that's your basic forehand. That's what we're going for. Okay, so now let's break it down. Okay, so first things first, you want to be in an athletic position, ready to go, and there's 3 main parts to the forehand. So we have the backswing, we have the point of contact where you actually make contact with the ball, and we have the follow through. So before we get to that, let's take a quick look at just how we hold the racket. Super simple. If you're not sure, put the racket down on the ground, flat, take your dominant hand and just put it literally on top of the racket, pick it up, and this is the way you're gonna hold the racket, all right? So super simple, super easy. This is the grip that you're going to use for the forehand. For all the other shots, you'll use a different grip and we'll go over that later, but this is your forehand grip. So notice how my wrist is bent right here. I have this nice flex in my wrist. I don't want it to get loose, right? It's flexed. I take my racket back. When I see the ball bounce, come forward. This is where I make contact with the ball, right in line with this left knee. From here, I just want to get this top edge up and over my shoulder, like so. And that is it. Super easy, 3 steps. So let's take a quick look at how to practice that. Okay, so how do we practice that? So the easiest way, there's a couple ways you can practice it, and I'm always going to give you a tip that you can do with a partner and without a partner. I personally like to do all things by myself first till I feel confident about anybody else seeing them. So if just grab a basket of balls. You don't even need that many, just a few. And if you don't have a wall, the first one is if you don't have a wall. You can do this, if you have a court, or you don't even need a court for this. All you want to do is get in your stance. You're just going to drop the ball and just practice making contact with it. If you're having trouble getting it from the backswing to here and making contact, don't even worry about the backswing. Just start here. My pro tip with forehands when you're beginning, if you're having trouble making contact right in the center of your racket for any reason, cut out the backswing. You're always going to do better without a big backswing, so aim for shorter backswing or no backswing. You can't go wrong with that. Later on, when you want to hit with more power, yes, you'll add a backswing, but while you're learning, if you're having any issues, take out the backswing. All right, so in fact, we can just start here. Just start at the point of contact. Drop, and just practice. Just drop, make contact. All you're looking for here is just making contact in the center of the strings each time. When you get better, you can take a little bit of a bigger swing and just practice. Now, if you have a wall, like I have in front of me, this is really, really great because eventually you can start to just hit against the wall, right? And it's a really, really great exercise. If you have a partner, Same thing, start with them just tossing the ball to you. They can either stand right next to you, just toss and you hit, or when you get better, they can stand on the opposite side, toss over and you hit, and then eventually you can start to rally when you get better. Okay, and that is the very basic forehand. So 3 steps, practice those, and stay tuned for part 2, which is gonna be backhands. I hope that helped you guys. Thanks, see you next time.